Howdy all, hope everyone is well. A bit of a, well, impromptu live stream. So I will be grabbing some information soon up on my screen because it takes a certain amount of time for the live to kick in. A lot of time for YouTube to get notifications out to people, etc. So it might be a little while before people roll in the door. Mainly this is going to be for when this video stops being live and gets re-uploaded, as in probably about another hour or so after this. It takes a little bit of time for YouTube to do its processing. So what is the big announcement? Well, effectively it's this. Move my phone out of the way. We have a new website. AskGolfNut has a new website called AskGolfNut.com. So that's simple. Nothing really that complicated when it comes to the URL. It is simply AskGolfNut.com. What is on that website, I hear you say? Well, so for quite a while now, for the last year or so, hello Nick, randomly pops up. So thank you for subscribing to the channel. So for about a year or so now, I've been running members, and for YouTube members, so we've been having members only live streams, and also there are members perks that you get when it comes to whatever tier you want, etc. And as we have been evolving, as the reviews have been changing over the passage of time to try and bring you the best information, the best content, the most in-depth, honest, unbiased, all that lot reviews out there. We have been going from hitting shots into, well, to the range at one point, to now being into a like custom built studio, to then going into full-on data of where have the miss hits and how much efficiency drop off you get from hitting the toe or hitting the heel or hitting low, and how forgiving a golf club is off of weird and wonderful strikes, to now popping in heat maps and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure I can get the, there we go, I've got the chat working so people can jump on there if they want. They got the bot. Thank you very much at the moment. So the natural progression for the YouTube membership was obviously to put some form of comparison against heat maps and stuff, so my members can see how one golf club works compared to another. We all hit golf clubs completely differently. Some people are patterned their misses from the toe or low or heel, and manufacturers do make other irons that are really designed in a way to be very, very forgiving off of certain parts of the face. The JPX 923 Hot Metal series, for example, was brilliant off of toes. It was designed to be hit off the toe. Other manufacturers are no different. They design their golf clubs in a way to be helpful off certain areas. Generally speaking, then you have a bit of a Rob and Peter debate pool, but we get other times where a little bit of anomalies. The Cobra Limit 3D was one of them. Obviously, we're talking massively expensive. And so that was the whole idea. We're getting everything together, evolving it, and then doing drivers as well. So you can start getting heat maps of drivers and comparing drivers and saying which one is better than the other one. And it just goes crazy. We have more and more and more. And so we will introduce everybody to, very quickly, the website. I will pop this up on the screen so you can see. This is obviously AskGolfNut.com. And it is always in construction, design, evolution, as we add more and more things. But it's very simple. As you can see, it is just the normal standard website. I'll just have to move my mouse over here so you can see what I'm doing. You have a login down the bottom left-hand side. That bottom left-hand side there is basically, so when you become a YouTube member, you get your own username and password, which will give you access to this. Now, depending on what tier you want, you can see on the left hand side there you've got bronze, silver and gold. They're the three main tiers systems that I run for access to the data. And so if you're on bronze, you get access to the iron overlays, the things that you see in my YouTube videos, my normal reviews. The driver overlays, what you'll start seeing, especially into 2025 with the products and driver season, iron releases, everything going crazy. It's always nice to have that driver forever populating in, I think we've got about 45 or 46 or so now irons in the iron overlay. So as the driver goes on, it'll be even better to get more and more in there. We've got the advanced data in the silvers. Basically, that means we have all the information. I'll show you very, very quickly what that means. And then the radar charts. Another form of being able to compare directly one golf club against the other. And then the gold, we have some fun things in the gold. So what I'll do, I'll just log in very, very quickly and then press login. Of course, you won't have an admin panel down the bottom left-hand side there because of, well, for obvious reasons. But you have an iron overlay. Let's just imagine we have an iron overlay here and it comes to this. Now, if you're on mobile device, it will resize within reason. Again, nothing's perfect because again, we are talking about the internet. But it's very simple. You can go up to the top here and click on the Cali 01T, for example, and it gives you a heat map. And that heat map is very, 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 very alike to absolutely the one that you see on the reviews. And then you can compare that to something else. Let's go, have we got anything else? The sub 70 699. And you can see there. So basically we already know green is good, red is bad, yellow is fine, orange is so-so, that kind of idea. And it just gives you an idea just how big and where the sweet spot is on an iron. That's why I do my individual reviews and I do this kind of heat map stuff. Now, of course, when you look at these two, Cali 01T and a sub 70 699, they have fairly centralized sweet spots, so you get that big green blob in the middle. Obviously the 699 is bigger than the Cali 01T, so that would denote that the sub 70 699 is actually more forgiving and shows less drop off. As you can see there, you've got, at the moment I've got even more. I've got all of the PXG CB and ST ones to put in there as well, but you can see we've got quite a few irons in the database already for you to see. So if you have got a choice of what you want to test and you want to know which one's going to be more forgiving actually over the period of a season, that's absolutely what you can do. You can just actually marry up against one against the other and compare them directly. No different to that of the drivers. We have the drivers in there. As you can see at the moment, we have only got a few drivers in there on the basis of this was created, or it was being created and evolved as we were doing the reviews. And of course, if you're looking at the information from back in 2024, early days of like January and February when all the big driver releases came out, of course, I didn't have this data at that point. So we are talking about the new, let's say the new Black Ops against the Tour Edge. You can see there's difference of sweet spots there and where that center of gravity is. And just see by the size of the green on the Black Ops and the lack of red on the Black Ops compared to the Tour Edge. And the Tour Edge, they say, obviously here, is 10K. So very quickly, you can go by the advanced data chart. I won't jump on this one very, very quickly. You can see here, you've got all the irons on there that we've tested. That gives you all the information. I'll go flick over if I can do, back over to here, so you can actually see my wonderful face rather than the website and a completely blank screen. But you can actually see there that the whole idea is to try and give you all the advanced data, not only for the forgiveness, but we are talking about the advanced data for launch factor. We're talking about face spin rates and face speed. So if you are say a slow swing speed golfer and you want to know what is the fastest golf club out of the middle, how much spring do you get from it? Obviously you're looking at distance, etc. You can look at the advanced data sheet and sort them all in different orders to find out which one's got the fastest face speed. Obviously then couples with the best launch factor. How much launch does it give for whatever loft you deliver? Basically trying to get the golf ball launching, blah, blah, blah. That kind of idea. You can use the advanced data in so many different ways. It is really very, very good. Andy says, just for your information, the drop downs aren't shown on OBS. Thinks it's a different window. Okay, yes, I didn't really notice that one, to be fair, Andy. It was just a case of just showing them. But yeah, that's OBS may, which I'm using to try and stream. It may pick up certain things, but the all of them have on the advanced data. They have the drop downs, and they also have. It's just very, very good from a point of view of user-friendly and stuff like that. So if anything doesn't come up, apologies, it's OBS. You normally have drop-down lists and what you can select, etc. Right, so let's go back onto the website very, very quickly so I can show you the other parts of it. Something which is going to be a massive thing, and this is for, obviously for radar charts. You can see there, if you were to put the select models, no different. If you were to say like Cali 01T, you can see how well it works. You've got the toe forgiveness, heel forgiveness, low forgiveness, forgiveness overall, face speed, distance potential, face spin rate and launch factor, and you can see how well it works. Put another one in there, and of course then you can see how well it works compared to the other in a different way to showcase all the information which is normally held within the advanced data, but done in a way where it's a little bit easier for you to see. The grid data which you normally see, so this at the moment is not as yet complete, but if you imagine, I don't know, I mean, let's just do a, I'll just leave it like that. There you go. So just imagine that is a golf club, and that is how it works. Obviously, very, very soon we'll have drop-down lists there, and then it will enable you to select a golf club, and that is the information, that is how many percentage drop-off you get. When you move away from middle at the top here, you've got obviously 0% running to 20, or sorry, 0 millimeters running to 21 millimeters on the heel on the right hand side, and 21 millimeters on the toe on the left, and of course you've got high and low as well. And it will just showcase you where all the drop-offs are in percentages. You get the heat maps for the normal side of things when it comes to the in the bronze, you get the iron overlays and driver overlays, but they don't give you the percentages, they just give you the colors. On this one, it will give you even to the percentage number of how much drop-off you're going to get when you start moving off the face. So in this imaginary golf club, 10 millimeters toe, which is over there, and 0 mil low, you're going to move 3%, you're going to lose 3%. And of course, if you have some other golf club which is decidedly worse of different parts, you can see there it cuts down on the size of the green. And of course, all the information you can see at the top there is an imaginary golf club. At one point, very, very soon, there'll be drop downs, etc. But you kind of get the idea. That's the whole idea of the grid data. The self-fit, I will not spend too much time on this, but you have up here some information. You have like the club speed drag, and you can see how it moves, and then you've got angle of attack, and then you've got shaft lean. Those three things, that's all you need. And then basically what that does is it gives you a I'll get you back over to onto the screen so you can actually see me rather than any part of that already. There we go, back on me. And it basically gives you the opportunity to select whatever golf club that I have within the database, and then put in your parameters, your club head speed, your angle of attack, and your D-loft, effectively, your shaft lean. And whether you add loft or take loft away, whatever it will be, you can add that in there. And that will then showcase how well a golf club works at your given speed. You'll start to see spin rate changes, you'll start to see peak height changes, descent angle changes, and then you'll start seeing within the range of golf clubs that they offer, we'll be talking, say, a Wilson CB or a Mizuno 925 or a Callaway TaylorMade. It doesn't matter, whatever iron you are choosing, it shows you what happens to the descent angles and the peak heights when you start moving your speed around, and it will show effectively at what point your choice of golf clubs become pointless. What I mean by that is if you're swinging at 80 miles an hour and you've got a super strong power bat iron and you're thinking about buying a 4-iron, that is in no way functional whatsoever. It's going to go in literally like a missile, and it's going to be hitting the green if it hits the green and just disappears out the back. The great thing with this self-fit, and of course it's always evolving, there's always tweaks here and tweaks there, which is brilliant because it's just getting better and better as time goes on. You can start seeing when a golf club becomes functional or not. So you don't waste your money buying golf clubs you don't need. That is the main focus of every single thing that I'm doing, is to try and make sure that when it comes to proper reviews, if you're thinking about going out and buying anything, it doesn't matter anything, it's important that you know actually how it works and not what the marketing says. The marketing to a certain point is obviously to some extent correct, yes it is. They can't say anything for saying something's sake, but the important thing is making sure that it is right for you and it works the way you intend it. So that's the whole idea of the website, and there's going to be more and more things added. If you want access to the website, if you want to compare just simply you want to compare one iron against the other iron, especially with the silly season approaching, the 2025 releases. I'm going to be testing and then adding more and more and more irons in there. So if you want a piece of that and being able to compare all these irons directly, and then if you want to get into further detail with the advanced tabs, and then also with the radar charts and the Self-Fit app for all the new equipment as well that's going to be going onto the database, onto the AskGolfNut website, you need to join AskGolfNut. So the way to do that is go to YouTube, and possibly underneath this video, I don't know how it does for live streams, but under normal videos and more importantly on my homepage, there is a join button. If you click that join button, it will see through the tiers there and see what you want to join, which tier you want to join, and then just follow the information on that. And that means then that will then gain you access. You will need to message me. Again, you can quite easily message me on my email. Again, my email is attached to YouTube anyway. You can find that no problem. And then we can give you a specific username and password, which is custom to you. It is specific to you. No one else has that. And that means then you get access to whatever tier information you have joined as. So that was the idea. That's a very, very quick overview of exactly what this website gives. It is an amazing thing. We've moved on. We've gone from the information just being seen on YouTube to then open up a Discord server. And the Discord at the moment has got just over 200 or so members. And again, if you want to go to Discord, if I get it right, there you go. You can go up there, or there's always a link in the description below anyway. You can click on that and go to the Discord. YouTube is great, but it's really poor for being able to have an interactive conversation with all of the group, asking questions and trying to get answers and stuff. Discord is brilliant. I never really went onto Discord. I didn't really think of it of anything, and it's not until I went on it that I really see how good Discord is. Just enables me to have conversations with you guys in real time rather than YouTube, and it's terrible. I cannot talk to you. You can talk to me by commenting on the video, but then I cannot direct message you back. It's really difficult, and so that's what Discord gives. And of course, we had then Google Sheets. Everything moved off of Google Sheets from Discord, and so everyone had to go onto Discord. And now we have migrated over to a website. The great thing with the website is everyone's got the internet, and if they didn't have the internet, you wouldn't be watching me now. So if you've got access to the internet, you can have access to the website. And of course, all you need to do is then log on to or join YouTube as a member of AskGolfNut, and you then automatically get access to whatever tier information that you've just joined. So that is very, very quickly, all I wanted to do is give you an overview of the website. And the amazing thing that it is, I'm properly chuffed about how it started. And the whole idea as well, as time goes on, is I want it to grow. I want the amount of irons and pieces of equipment in there to grow. No different to fairway woods and hybrids potentially in there as well. And at the front, I want to make sure we have a nice, funky, splashy front page, so we can have all the information on there as well. It's just a bit blank at the moment because it's a brand new website, but any feedback would always be greatly appreciated about what you'd like to see on there. So that was it. It wasn't designed to be a massive long live stream. It was designed basically just to give you guys an understanding what is here, what is coming, and how to be a part of it if you want to. This is only going to get better, and the whole idea is to make sure that you do not waste your money on buying equipment that you don't need or you don't functionally need. And so this information there will make it a lot easier for you to decide what golf clubs to test. If you have a specific miss, where it's a case of you have a pattern miss off the toe or low or heel, you can search for a golf club quite easily, which is going to suit your golf game. Right. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Get down there, hit that like button. Everyone likes hitting the like button. YouTube loves it, so do I. Also, there is a subscribe button. Guys, the most important thing is share this and subscribe if we can get, we're not far off 25,000 subscribers now. I'm trying to get there as quick as possible, and then the kick on to 50,000 after that. But it can only happen if you subscribe and also share. And also next to that one is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it as always. And yeah, reach out, see if you like the website, and then any kind of feedback would always be greatly appreciated. Take care, guys. We'll see you again soon.